Is homeschooling a normal thing in the US? No, it's not. As you see here, for the year of 2021 to 2022, approximately 3.1 million students in the United States from grades K through 12, kindergarten through 12th grade, were homeschooled. And that only represents 6% of school-age children. And if it's 6% now, like when I was going to school in the 90s, it was lower than that then. When I was a kid, I didn't understand why anybody would be homeschooled. And I thought it would be like behavioral reasons, or their family was just like a little odd or something like that. But now as an adult, I see the benefits of it so much more. Like if I had kids in the States, I would prefer for them to be homeschooled. Also, like, don't mind the sounds outside. They're doing some type of work. And it's so hot in Bergen that I have to have my windows open because I'm going to overheat. It's crazy. But yeah, as an adult, I feel like homeschooling is the way to go for your children, especially in America, because it allows your kids, to stay with one of the parents, either you or their mom. And, that's just time that you can't get back. Because, see, in America, I mean, just anywhere in school, your kid is gone like the whole day. They go early in the morning to school. When they come back, they're mentally exhausted and they have homework to do. And, you just basically make them food and then they do some homework and then they go to bed. So it's not a lot of quality time that happens. So when you have homeschooling, then you have a whole day of quality time, and you get to like teach your kids your own morals and values versus them learning them from other people, like at school, or strangers, teachers, friends, whoever, you know what I mean? And the numbers back it up. I mean, here you see religious and moral instruction is 77% of the reason why parents choose to homeschool their children. But the number one concern is environment and safety of public schools. I mean, America makes a lot of headlines for different things that happen in public schools that don't seem to happen anywhere else in the world. And so 91% of parents are concerned about that. And that would be one of my concerns too. And so you get to customize education tailored to your child's individual needs. I mean, it's really hard for any instructor, any teacher, to have a classroom that's, when I was growing up, we had classrooms, 30 students, 35 students, 25 students. It's hard to reach each student individually. So when you're homeschooling your children, you only have to deal with one or two, however many kids you got. It's definitely not going to be 30. The only concerns really with homeschooling in America is that after like middle school, so when your kid starts high school, like ninth grade, right? That's the normal high school is ninth grade. Some high schools are like eighth grade and whatever. But in ninth grade, when you can start high school sports, if you don't go to the high school itself and you don't attend classes at the high school, then you can become ineligible for sports. So, you could raise your kid the whole first 14 years homeschooling and just being at home with you. And then when they get to high school, they're going to have to go to a high school. Because, that's the only way to get scholarships and to play university sports in America is normally by going through high school sports. Now, you could do the AAU and the summer sports and all of that, but that stuff is like in addition to the high school. Like universities and coaches want to see what you do in high school, and they want to see what you do in summer against all the people from all the high schools. So you see some of these states here, you can't participate: California, Connecticut, Delaware. So that's like the only drawback to homeschooling in America. But overall, I wish it was more prevalent, more common. 6% is really low. And I wish, but, in America, it's hard to have one income and to have a really prosperous life. So if you're homeschooling your kids, one of the parents has to be at home. And so, with the way prices are with everything, most families really need both parents to be working. And then when your teen becomes working age and they need to get a job too, it's madness out there. But in a perfect world, you could homeschool all your children and do everything you want to your ability and still make enough money to live and have a good life, and just to be able to have the freedom to teach your kids what you want them to know and the morals and the way that you want them to act versus them learning it outside of the house. And it will give you just a lot more freedom with just in life. You can travel, you can do many different things. So no, Homeschooling is not normal, but it should be.